I got this feeling inside my brains. It goes electric wavy when I make them A's. All through 4th grade, all through my school, we're flying up no ceiling when we're in our zone. I've got that sunshine in my pocket, looking forward to a good day. I feel I can do everything when I try. I can't stop myself from learning, moving up academically. Room unlock the way we rock it, so don't stop.
Hello students, I hope you are having a wonderful day. Today we're going to continue with part 2 of learning how to represent fractions and decimals on a number line, okay? So we're going to get started, so make sure you have your paper and pencil and your journal, not paper, but journal, so that way you can take some notes into your journal and then have it ready, so that way when you're learning something, you can always look back at it, okay? So here is my notebook. All right. So just a few things before we get started, so that way we can be all on the same page. So here I have 2/3 as a fraction. Now, what is it called? What is the bottom number called? Good, denominator. Okay. Now, what is my top number called? Good, numerator. Okay, and remember, my denominator is gonna tell me how many parts I have in total, and my numerator is gonna tell me how many parts I actually have, okay? Good. So let's continue. Sorry. All right, so what we're also doing is benchmark fractions, okay? Remember that benchmark fractions is just an easy way to see, which helps you to estimate parts. Okay, and what are those fractions called? Who remembers? Good. It's 0, 1/4, half, 3/4, and 1. Good. So, let me just move myself a little bit. I'm gonna just keep myself right there. Good. Okay, so remember that the 5 fractions we have is 0, 1/4, half, 3/4, and 1. Those are our benchmark fractions, and when we see these, we know, okay, now I know where things are at. That's gonna give me a reference to where the next decimal or where the next fraction is going to be located on a number line, okay? And that's why we need them. And in 2 days ago, we learned how to relate decimals to fractions. So let's see if we can do this too. So I have here 0, and then I have 1/4. 1/4 can be related to a decimal as what? Remember, think like money, okay? If I have 4 coins, what coins make up 4 to make a dollar? Quarters, good. So then if I have 1/4, how much is that? 25 cents. Now change that to a decimal. And 25 hundredths, good. Let me just make this bigger. And 25 hundredths, good. Now let's look at the half, okay? So I have half a dollar. What's half a dollar? 50 cents, good. But in decimal form, it would be and 5/10 or 50 hundredths, which is the same thing. Okay, same thing. Now, 3/4. My denominator is 4. 4 coins make $1. Which coin is it? And then I have 3 coins. So how much is that? Now change that into a decimal. Good. And 75 hundredths. Good. So now we learned how to change, not change, but how to relate them from fractions to decimals or decimals to fractions, okay? And then just see how this looks like if I were to put this as a number line, okay? So here I have just a simple number line, okay? And I'm gonna add my benchmark fractions. Here I have 0, here I have 1, okay? I always start off with my end so that way I know where I'm going. Now I know half is in the middle, so I'm just gonna eyeball it right there. So that's a half, okay? Half of that is gonna be 1/4 or 25 hundredths. And then half of the middle of that is gonna be 3/4 or and 75 hundredths. And in the very middle is gonna be, oh gosh, excuse me. In the middle is gonna be and 50 hundredths or 5/10, okay? And then we need to know what does estimate mean, just in case for my new students don't know, okay? All right, so remember, estimate tells you about how many or about how many, okay? How much, sorry. About how much. And then reasonable doesn't make sense. That's what the question is saying. Does it make sense? Okay. All right, so let's work on this number line. Let me just make this correct. So our numbers on the end are 2 and 3, which are our whole numbers, okay? And so we need to fill this in. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I have 9 tally marks, and I'm starting with 2. So it's gonna be 2 and 1/10, 2 and 2/10, 2 and 3/10, 2 and 4/10, 2 and 5/10, 2 and 6/10, 2 and 7/10. Sorry, messed up. 2 and 8/10, 2 and 9/10. Oops. I thought I had enough numbers. Okay. Let me just make this bigger then. Alright, perfect. So I fixed it, and so now we're fine with the number line. Alright, so now we're just gonna add the fractions on top, so that way we know what everything looks like, okay? So remember, our whole numbers are gonna be off to the side, okay? And then, based on what the place value it's given, that's gonna be my denominator, which is 10th, so that's 10. And then based on what the number they gave us after the decimal, that's going to be our numerator, okay? So whole number again, I know I'm working with the tenths place, and then my number is 2, okay? Because that's what the number that they gave us, which is the number right here, okay? So 2 is our whole number, which is in the ones place, denominator is 10, and our numerator is 3. And you just go ahead and fill it in. Okay, and then if we have 2 of 10 over 10, which is a whole number, which would be 3, okay? Oops, you can't see that. Right there, okay? Alright, so let's go back to our PowerPoint. Okay, so again, here are your notes. Oh, let me just move myself just a little bit. And don't forget to copy both of them if you don't have both of them. Okay. Okay, and then here is your exit ticket, okay? Create a number line from 3 to 4 with both fractions and decimals. Make sure you copy this down in your journal. And I hope you learned a lot, because remember, your brain grows every day. The more you challenge yourself, the more you learn, okay? I hope you have an amazing day. I'll see you next time. Bye.